Hey, I'm Curtis Stone, and this next GMC trade secret is so hot it's smoking. Yeah, that's because what we're going to do is get some chips and literally smoke. So first things first, you grab your salmon, pick up a little spice mix that I've just mixed up, and I've used a variety of stuff. There's a little bit of salt, some coriander seeds, fennel seeds, cumin seeds, some crushed up bay leaves, there's some paprika, some chili pepper. So I give that a pretty liberal kind of a powder, and you leave that sit for about 5 minutes and just flick it over and rub a little bit onto the skin as well. You're just going to get a little bit of that flavour through the skin. We're going to take the skin off, so that's not as important as the top side. Okay, so once you've got all that on, leave it sit there for a few moments. Now let me talk to you about the wood chips. What you need to do is submerge them in water for a good couple of hours. Why? So they don't catch on fire. We want smoke without the fire. Now I know that's a bit of an unusual saying, but that's what we're looking for. What we're going to do is you literally just take just your regular baking tray. So you take that, and I'll throw in just a few chips in there, and I'm going to put even more. Okay, so you sort of cover that, and then you turn the heat up nice and high. What you do next is you take your tray and you sit that over the top of your chips. Now this tray is just to catch any juice that's going to fall out of the salmon while it's cooking. Next, you get a little tray that sits just on top there. Can you see a little bit of that smoke just sort of whisking up the front there? That's what you're looking for. So once that smoke sort of starts coming in a little bit more, just turn it down just a touch. And you just regulate it until you get a nice temperature which is allowing the wood chips to smoke without burning. Okay, so pick up your salmon, dust off any of that excess seasoning, and then just place your salmon directly in the center of your tray, right? And then you want to cover it completely and then tuck it up. But first, turn the heat off, right, so there's no flames, so you're not going to burn yourself. Place it over the top there, and then just because you've turned the heat off doesn't mean the tray's not hot. So get yourself a cloth. I'm just going to use a dishcloth. Make sure, of course, there's no flames, because otherwise your cloth could catch on fire. And then you're just going to work that around. So, turn those back on. It takes about 10, 12, maybe even 15 minutes to be fully cooked and fully smoked. While that happens, I'll show you another method. Now over here, I've got just your old average double boiler. Okay, so it's a double saucepan. What we're going to do with the double saucepan is take a little insert of, again, foil, by putting the foil in, and then taking some of our wood chips, and then put your lid on, and once that starts to smoke, then it's time to put your vegetables that you've already put in here into there. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to grab myself an onion. So all you need to do really is just cut it into quarters like that, and then you throw the whole onion straight into your insert, like that. Get some little cherry tomatoes, throw those in. So once you've got your onions and your tomatoes into your pot, all you need to do is pretty much put this over there. Grab yourself a piece of foil and just make a little bit of a pouch without covering all of the smoke, because you still need the smoke to come up and around, but you just want to do a little bit of a pouch in there so that when the juice falls from here, it's going to be captured and not drip straight onto the wood chips. So you just squeeze that down, pop your lid on, and it's only going to take about 15 or 20 minutes to get some really nice smoky flavour into there as well. Salmon time. Let's have a look here. So let's do away with the foil. Now normally I would leave it in the foil and let it cool down for maybe 2 or 3 minutes before I handled it. But because it smells so good and I'm so hungry, I just can't wait. Now, don't forget, everything here in here is still hot. We've got pretty much a little mini oven going on, so don't forget about that. Bring your salmon over, and what I'm going to do is just flip it over just like that. Okay. Now, if the salmon is cooked, the skin should peel off nice and easily. Let's have a look. If it's not, we might have trouble and it might tear. No, that's good. Okay, our skin's come off, our salmon's cooked. So what you want to do next, the bloodline of the fish just runs right down here, and it's that sort of greyish meat. There's a little bit of fat here as well. So what I'm going to do is just scrape some of that off. You can just use the back of your knife if you haven't got a scoop. I'm just going to get rid of that bloodline like I said. Scrape that away. And you can see how beautiful and pink the salmon still is on the inside there. I'd serve that with some crispy salad leaves or something delicious. Look at that beautiful salmon. It is divine. So now you know how to smoke just like a pro. I'm Curtis Stone, and that's your GMC trade secret.